What's up, Storm fans? Bryant Cook, and tonight we're playing Neoform once again with a brand new card from Streets of New Capenna. I'm talking about an offer you can't refuse, a brand new card. Well, why are we playing this card? You have to wait a second. I'm sorry. But 3 weeks ago, I uploaded a video of Modern Neoform. In that video, I give a super long, in-depth deck tech on how this archetype works. I'll do a quick breakdown right now, but if you want a super in-depth view of that, check out the video on the card above, watch that video. It's really awesome. It's actually this channel's 5th most viewed video, and it's still climbing. So thank you to everyone that's watched it. I do appreciate you, and I truly thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your support. But this new card, an offer you can't refuse. So we're about to get to that in a second. I'm sorry to keep on delaying it, but if you've forgotten how this deck works, so turn 1, you want to reveal Chancellor of the Tangle from your opening hand. From there, you cast Allosaurus Rider for its alternative mana cost of removing 2 green cards from your opening hand. Or I'm sorry, from your hand. It doesn't have to be your opening hand. So you cast this by removing 2 green cards. You then cast your Neoform, sacrificing the Allosaurus Rider. You get Griselbrand. Griselbrand draws 7 cards for 7 life. You do that twice, you draw 14 cards. You now use Nourishing Shoal to remove really expensive cards like Throsta or Autochthon Wurm. Pretty cool, right? So Autochthon Wurm gains 15. You draw 14 more cards with your Griselbrand. Eventually you play a Mox Amber, and then you tap that Ember for a black, you play Springleaf Drum. Now here's where offer you can't refuse comes in. So you can cast a spare copy of Summoner's Pact, and then you hold priority and you counter it with an offer you can't refuse. So this becomes countered, and now you get 2 treasure tokens. You can cast another Summoner's Pact, counter it with an offer. You now have triple green, or 3 treasures. You now play Throsta, huge angry storm dinosaurs, and then you can cast Fortifying Drought on your Throsta and attack for like 80 damage. It's pretty sweet. So that is how you can win with this deck. You might notice in my previous video there is Heritage Druid. With an offer you can't refuse, you don't need to play Heritage Druid anymore, which is just bananas. In that first video, I talk about how condensing slots makes your combo decks better. We just condensed another slot. You don't have to play Heritage Druid anymore. You now get to play main deck protection that also enables more turn 1 wins. Hold up, more turn 1 wins? Exactly. So you no longer need to have Chancellor of the Tangle. You can now counterspell your own Mox Amber or your own Summoner's Pact on the first turn to make 2 treasure tokens, and then those treasure tokens allow you to Neoform. So we now have double the ways previously to turn 1 win, which is really awesome. So it's a huge upgrade in this deck, which is why I was excited to play it today. That's pretty much the deck tech. The sideboard hasn't changed much. I did swap Nature's Claim for Wilt. I wanted the ability to cycle to help find my Neoforms. I was thinking about that in that first video, how there was a few situations where I was stuck with Nature's Claim in my hand and I wished it was cyclable, so we're playing Wilt. But that's it. Those are the changes. That's the deck tech. If you have any questions, suggestions, whatever, put those down below. I'd love to hear them. But for now, I'm going to hop on in and play some Magic. I hope you enjoy it. And actually, wait, before we do that, I did play 1 league before this because I was like, well, what if we maximized Mox Ambers so that way offer you can't refuse has more cards to counter on turn 1. Honestly, it was terrible. Playing 4 Mox Amber was awful. I don't want to do that again. So we're playing 2 and then 2 copies of Springleaf Drum. You could actually get away with 1 Mox Amber, 1 Drum, because technically you only need 1 of each to win. But if you put 1 of each in your deck and then they end up being the bottom cards that Griselbrand can't access, it ends up being a little awkward, because there will be some games where there's like 5 cards on the bottom of your deck you can't draw with Griselbrand, and it sort of just stinks. So we're not doing that. We're going to play 2 of each, just try to play it safe, but just want to throw that out there. I did test a list with 4 Mox Amber. I didn't like it. I was also not running Abundant Harvest. I was running a bunch of Noxious Revivals, trying to always chain with the Nourishing Shoal. I ended up hating Noxious Revival. It was terrible. Like, I just wanted that card to be able to cycle, and I couldn't do it. So, yeah, this is the deck list. I'll see you in the first match. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. That said, there's no better way of showing your support than becoming a member of this channel. You get sweet perks, and we get to keep making combo content. The perks get better and better each level you go up. They also stack. To start off, with our Storm Fan tier, you unlock our private members section of our Discord, which comes with a highlighted user profile and then some awesome badges and emotes for YouTube. Looking for Cyborg help? Become a Stormtrooper, our middle tier, for 2 Cyborg guides of your deck choice every single month, on top of 50% off donation decks. Did we mention you also get 10% off merchandise from our shop? With our top tier, the Combo Cabal, you get a free donation deck every single month, 15% off merchandise from our shop, early access to private deck lists, and the most valuable perk in my opinion, videos early. That's right, you heard it, early access to all videos. But maybe sweet perk, secret deck list, early access to videos isn't for you, but you'd still like to show your appreciation. Make sure to check out theepicstorm.com/shop for card singles and Storm swag. Please don't forget to use your membership discounts. Finally, if you want to see your combo deck here on this very YouTube channel, make sure to visit theepicstorm.com/donation decks, where all you have to do is attach your TXT file and pick a donation tier. With our Epic tier, you can even join me in a video to showcase your bold brew in person and explain the ins and outs of your strategy. Card availability won't be an issue due to our new sponsor, Card Hoarder. With Card Hoarder, renting is super easy. If you're looking to get into Magic Online, there isn't a better, more affordable solution than Card Hoarder. Fun fact, you can rent the Epic Storm for 7 tickets a week, which is just a great deal. There are many ways you can support us. Just pick whatever is best for you. In the meantime, let's play some Magic. Match number 1, and we're on the play with Modern Neoform. Okay, so we have Neoform. We've opened up an offer you can't refuse. This hand is missing the creature. I think we keep this. We have 8 effects that we have 4 of the creature itself and 4 summoners backed. I think that this hand is fine. All right. Turn 1 Gemstone Mine, pass the turn. If we had opened up the creature, we could counter our own Nourishing Shoal. So the Yawgmoth deck, okay. We just have to find the Allosaurus Rider. Draw. Yeah, let's non-land. Ugh. That's not what I wanted. Fortunately for me, I am someone that plays 2 copies of Griselbrand. A lot of lists only play 1, so we're not completely dead yet. But obviously Griselbrand was not ideal. Prosperous Innkeeper, you got it. Need to find the Rider. That's all we're waiting on at the moment. Draw. Chancellor. I think we just pass. Opponent with 5 cards in hand. Geist, you got it. Okay. So they're attacking for 5, and we're going to go to 14, which is relevant because the Griselbrand activations are in 7s. Draw. There we go. There we go. All right, so we're going to play the Rider. Pitch. This is tough. I think we want to pitch the Drought and the Evolution. No, I'm going to pitch the Chancellor. I was thinking about keeping the Chancellor so that way I had a guaranteed expensive card to pitch, but I don't think that's the right move. All right, grab Gristle. Draw 7, go to 7. Beautiful. So I hit the Summoner's Pact, which means I can go get Autochthon Wurm. So we're going to cast this, search up the Autochthon Wurm. And now we'll gain 15 life. Draw 7. Play the drum. Play Mox Amber. Okay, let's pitch a Thrasta. 27 life. All right, go to 13. Summoner's Pact. Summoner's Pact. Go to 7. Let's Summoner's Pact again. Nothing to get. Okay. Play another drum. Then we can cast some of these dinos. Whoops. Not you. Not yet. All right. So pitch these. Why not? Let's cast another one. These dinosaurs want to be on the battlefield. I guess they're technically elf warriors, but they're riding a dinosaur. And we're about to cast the dinosaur that they're riding. Let's cast this too. Play Throsta. And then we will Fortifying Drought on the Throsta. And attack for 43. Hiya! We didn't need an offer there, but that's fine. I'll take a game win. So that's game number 1 over the Yawgmoth deck. They are a deck with Thoughtseize and what is it called? Necromentia. So playing Leyline is definitely something we're interested in here. I think you can board out the Pact of Negation. It's not that good, at least here. And now we're at 63. I think the theme throughout this league will that we end up boarding out Abundant Harvest somewhat frequently. It's just not a card that we're super interested in. I think we're going to board out all of them and then board in the Beseiju. Just gives us a little bit of a backdoor to something odd. Okay, game 2. All right, so we have Chancellor. We have Summoner's Pact to go get the Allosaurus Rider. We are missing the Neoform effect. So we're going to mulligan. So here we have Rider. And we have the Neoform effect. We have the Chancellor, but unfortunately, we don't have a payoff. So if I drew Offer You Can't Refuse, we actually have a turn 1. I'm going to bottom the Griselbrand and pray that we draw an Offer You Can't Refuse. Okay. Chalice of the Void. What? I was not expecting that. Okay. Sure. Oh my god, I drew Neoform! We could just put a giant demon on the battlefield. Wow, what a lucky draw. Okay, I mean, this would have been a turn 1 win, but I'll take just a giant stupid demon. Okay. We're at 6. Whoops. Cancel. Play this. Pitch. This and this. Actually, not a whole lot going on in here. Okay. So we're just gonna pass. Get rid of the Amber. We don't need to worry about playing a Mox Amber. Okay. Another Ignoble Hierarch. Blood Artist. Sure. Neoform was such a good draw there. Draw. That was also a very good draw. Pitch the Autochthon Wurm. Player land. Do I just have lethal? Can I just pump my Griselbrand? I believe that's how math works. Oh, so good. Love it. All right, we are 1-0. Take that, Chalice of the Void. Get out of here. If you haven't joined them already, I would recommend opening up our description down below and joining our 7 social media networks. They're each great in their own way, but I would strongly suggest joining our Discord server. In there, you will find others just like you looking to improve their Storm game and grow as a combo community. If you're a member of our YouTube channel, you should sync your account to Discord to unlock our private member section that has the latest and greatest deck lists, concepts, and much, much more. Let's get back to comboing out. Match number 2. Our opponent has started off by revealing an Obosh. We have the Allosaurus Rider, we have a Chancellor, so if I ripped Neoform, we have the win. I am afraid that we already have one Griselbrand in hand, so I could mulligan this. It is half the combo and I have a redraw here. I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. We're gonna keep. Reveal the Chancellor. I'll just draw Neoform again. No big deal. No big deal. Spikefield Cave. Neoform off the top. Oh my! Oh my! Did I really just do that? Wow. Better lucky than good. Okay. Get the other Griselbrand. So lucky. Okay. Woot. Draw some more cards. Alright, so our deck is currently 23 cards, so if I search for 2 creatures with Summoner's Pact, it will be an even number for us to finish this game. Okay, so let's pitch the Throsta. I don't think I have another pact yet. I do not, so let's draw. No Summoner's Pact. Let's play the other Opal, or the Amber, I'm sorry. Draw 7. Cast the pack. I don't even know if I have. Yeah, I don't. Okay. We'll pitch Chancellor. So we have 1 card left in our deck. Play a drum. Okay, I'm going to cast this Rider, pitch these. We have a few more Riders down here, so I'm going to cast those. Another Rider. Okay. Do I have... I think I have another drum. There it is. Okay, so... my offers are up there. Here's a Summoner's Pact. So we're going to cast the Summoner's Pact. And then tap for blue. Tap here. Cast an offer you can't refuse. Now we tap for green. Play Throsta. And Fortifying Drought says 34 on it. So we're going to cast Fortifying Drought, target the Throsta. And that's a turn 1 Angry T-Rex. Hiya. Turn 1 win. You love to see it. How about that? So we've opened up a turn 1 here, and last round we technically opened up a hand that would have been a turn 1 without Chalice of the Void. Running pretty hot right now. So we definitely want the Wilts. Board and Besage. I don't think we really need the Pact Negation. And then I think we're going to shave on the Abundant. Game 2. Our opponent's revealing their Obosh. They've successfully revealed Obosh. We have Evolution. We have a way to go get the Allosaurus Rider. This hand's great. Our opponent's taking a mulligan, and we've selected to keep our 7. I don't think there's a reason for me to reveal this Chancellor, but I'll do it anyway. Like, even if I drew an offer you can't refuse, I don't have a turn 1 win. Play the drum. Play Sanctum. Pass. I do have a turn 2. Lightning Bolt. Mountain. Soul Guide Lantern does not matter, my friend. Draw. Alright, we're going to play the Besage. And then Summoner's Pact. Go get the Rider. Pitch the Rider. exiling Wilt and Chancellor. Now we'll tap this. Evolution. Draw 7. How about that? Gain 15. Draw 7. Draw 7. Play the Mox Amber. Alright, I'm going to cast this Pact. Let's go get a Throsta. And then pitch. So there's 27 cards left. Ideally, we'd want to remove 2 more creatures from the deck with Summoner's Pacts to get it a little bit closer. There's another Pact. Let's cast it. Draw 7. Okay. We have to hit the other Springleaf Drum. Let's remove Throsta. Go up to 21. Draw. 5 cards left in deck. We hit the drum. Okay, we've got it. Hold priority, cast this Pact. Offer you can't refuse. Cast the Shoal. We're going to hold priority again. And then we're going to counterspell that with an offer. Now we have our triple green. Play Throsta. Sacrifice this treasure token for a fortifying drought. Plus 39, plus 39. The T-Rex always wins. It's just a fact. Our opponent will draw a card. You got it. I got to draw cards this turn. It's only fair that you did. Get in there, Obosh deck. You've been stomped by a dinosaur. Alright, we are now 2-0. Playing your favorite combo deck in Paper just got so much easier with the Epic Storm Mini Token Pack. You can pick one up at theepicstorm.com/shop for $13. It includes 64 double-sided mini tokens. That's 128 tokens total. And they include 10 black, 10 blue, 10 red, 5 green, 5 white, 3 colorless, 20 storm counters. That means that you can count your way all the way up to 20 for Grape Shot, everyone's favorite Stormwind condition, a Galvanic Relay Exile Indicator, 4 treasure tokens for Strike It Rich, and then 10 monk tokens for our vintage friends. It also has Slime Time Live, 8 Progenitor Ooze tokens with the power and toughness already built in to make playing in Paper so much easier. No fumbling around with dice. We've got you covered. Make sure to go grab those if you're playing Modern. And then Squirrels versus Goblins, Chatterstorm versus Empty the Warrens, the Battle of the Ages. You definitely need 20 Squirrel tokens and 20 Goblin tokens. You're going to love this mini token pack, I promise. And once again, you can grab that at theepicstorm.com/shop. Welcome to the third match. We're on the draw. So here we have a hand with offer you can't refuse that we can counterspell our own Mox Amber, but then our hand goes nowhere. We don't have the Allosaurus Rider, we just have a pair of Throstas. We also don't have the Neoform effect. We need a mulligan. Okay, so here we have access to the Rider. We have green cards. What we need is a Neoform. So we're going to keep this, bottom one of the copies of Springleaf Drum, and sort of just hope for the best here. Opponent on a mulligan to 6 as well. Mishra's Bauble. I mean, last time I just changed to Neoform and then it happened. So, I mean, it sounds like I should just do that every time, right? Thoughtseize, you jerk. Imagine they take the Summoner's Pact. And they do. Okay. So they draw a card off Bauble, and then we'll draw a random card. Oh my, we would have hit the Neoform. That would have been another turn 1. Wow. Okay. Well, now we're just begging to draw the Allosaurus Rider again. We're on Tomb, so they're not mono black. Very Jundy. Okay, come on, deck. Please give me Allosaurus Rider, please. Draw. No such luck. Pass the turn. Being on the draw was not ideal. Although I guess I wouldn't have drawn the Neoform. It didn't matter. Beseiju. Reclaimer. Okay. 2 cards in the opponent's hand. Witherbloom command my drum. Sure. Alright, so I'm going to take 4 here. I go to 14. Draw. Let's harvest, say, non-land. I hit the rider. I have to be able to untap. Opponent has 2 cards. Shadow Spear. Okay. So that means they can get in for 6, which still gives me 1 Griselbrand activation. Draw. Land. Okay, so we're going to cast the rider, pitching Chancellor and the Fortifying Drought. And the reason I'm pitching the Drought is that I want to be able to keep the Throsta to pitch to a shoal if I draw into it. Alright, we're going to go to 1. Draw. Okay, so I hit another Throsta. We're at 13. Draw again. So now I can Summoner's Pact for Autochthon Wurm. And then exile that and gain 15 life. So I get 2 activations now. I'm at 7, 19 cards left in deck. Is this end of the line? Did I fizzle? No. I couldn't have fizzled, right? It looks like a fizzle. How do I do this? There's got to be a way to win here. I just have to think of it. So the only free spell I have is Pact. So I can... And I didn't hit the other Fortifying Drought. So I can cast one of my riders. And then Pact it, and then offer it. And that would allow me to cast a Harvest, trying to spike another shoal. We have 2 shoals left in the deck. Okay, so cast the rider. Now we hold priority. Counter. And then we'll offer. It stings too, because if I had kept the Fortifying Drought, I could cast it on the Griselbrand to get 1 more activation here. So we let that go. Technically, I could pass the turn and then on my turn pay for Pact. Alright, I think I'm going to try to harvest into it here. Non-land. Turn Timber. Alright, let's play out some stuff. Play another rider. Play the drum. Alright, I believe I only have to pay for 1 Summoner's Pact. So now we go to cleanup. Probably don't need the evolution. Sinks that I had to pass the turn, but oh well. 2 mana. They're activating Elvish Reclaimer. Okay. And they concede. Good deal. Okay, I'll take it. So we definitely want the Leyline of Sanctities. Probably want this Beseiju. I don't think we want the Pact of Negation or the Abundant Harvest, so let's get rid of those. That's an even 60. So now the question is, do we want to side in Wilt? I think I'm going to try to get away without it. Or actually, I'm going to board in 1 wilt and board out 1 Thrasta. I think you can board down to 2 Thrasta pretty safely, but it's hard to board in more than that at a time. In theory, you could like maybe board out the 4th offer for another wilt, but I like having 4 offer in my deck. Game number 2. So we have the evolution, we have a Chancellor, we don't have the creature, so we're going to mulligan. Plus, like, we don't have a ley line, so this hand's really good. We don't have a ley line, but we're going to keep it and lose to Thoughtseize. For 1 Blooming Marsh. Inquisition. So they're going to take our Eldritch Evolution here. Evolution down. Draw. Play the pool tapped and pass the turn. Swamp. Robert Confidant. Draw. I'm just going to play the turn timber, I think. So we have 7 outs that win the game on our turn. What does Bobby show? Overgrown Tomb. Marsh Flats. I'm going to concede to that. I don't want them to see the ley lines, so otherwise I would let them name, trying to hope that they wouldn't name Griselbrand, but I don't want them to see the ley lines in my deck, so I'm just going to go to the next one. And I'm just going to resubmit here. Actually, no. I'm going to board out the wilt. I want my big dumb dino. Let's go. Game 3. Alright, so we have Leyline. We have the Rider. All this hand needs is Neoform. We're going to keep this. Alright, Leyline. Apparently I didn't click on the Chancellor. Oh well. I would have considered sacrificing the Waterlog to Grove on the first turn, but it's fine. You have a Reclaimer. Come on, Neoform. Wow. That's all I have to say. Okay, pitch the Rider. Draw 7. Draw 7 again. Play this. Play this. Let's Shoal pitching Chancellor, draw 7. We're back at 5. Shoal pitching Thrasta. That gives us 2 activations. 16 cards. Play another Mox. Alright, let's cast this Summoner's Pact. Get the Autochthon Wurm. Pitch the Worm. So now we have 2 more activations. This next one's going to leave us with 8 cards in our deck. So if we can Summoner's Pact and pull a creature out, we can draw the rest of our deck cleanly. And we missed. But that's fine. Tap. Let's draw 7 again. Did we hit the other drum? We did. Okay, and now we can cast a bunch of dinosaurs. They're not really they're elf warriors, but they're riding a dinosaur. Like, those count to me as dinosaurs. You can't tell me otherwise. Okay, another elf warrior has entered the battlefield. Okay. Cast the Summoner's Pact, holding priority. We're gonna add a blue. An offer you can't refuse. Let's gain some more life here. Now let's play Thrasta. Tap for a green. Make Thrasta big and angry. Clever girl. That's a Jurassic Park reference. All right, so we are now 3-0. How about that? Neoform looking pretty good. Hey, you're still watching. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you're looking to make a purchase from Card Hoarder, TCG Player, or Amazon and are looking to support us, you can open up our description down below, and in there you will find our affiliate links. Those same links are found on the homepage of the Epic Storm. But that's not all. We've included a Card Hoarder button on our website that will load the Epic Storm in your Card Hoarder cart to make life simple for you. Match 4, we're on the play. Let's Neoform. Speaking of Neoform, we've opened it, and we have a turn 1 Chancellor. What we're lacking here is the creature. We do have a bunch of ways to find the creature, so I think we're supposed to keep this. Reveal our Chancellor of the Tangle, which might seem a little bit silly, because like we're giving our opponent information. That said, it does allow me to play turn 1 Springleaf Drum while holding open an offer you can't refuse. Flooded Strand. Hallowed Fountain. Ending. That's actually pretty annoying. So if I draw the creature, I'm going to let it go. I don't think I can afford to offer that. Draw. Of course I hit it. Need to think about this now. So if I shoal pitching Neoform, offer it, I'm a card short. I'm supposed to just pass here. And our opponent's passing representing counterspell. Draw. Pact is very good. We're still 1 card short. But that was a really good draw. And they're just holding open their counter magic. Draw. We can go for it now. Question is, do I want to? Alright, so let's just start off on the easy stuff. Let's try to resolve this. Let's see if they try to counter it. Because if they try to counter, I could then counter it with offer. Alright, so I'm going to hold priority on the Summoner's Pact. Offer you can't refuse. We will attempt to pact to negation their counterspell. Offer. Alright, I have treasure. Play the Allosaurus Rider, pitching these. We do have a land drop. We will attempt to put Griselbrand on the table. Griselbrand has entered the table. Draw. If they have Solitude, we can draw 7 in response to Nourishing Shoal, keep on drawing. But it looks like they don't. Let's play our land. Draw 7. Okay, we have not hit anything expensive, but we can remove the Chancellor just to draw another 7. Alright, so we can use Pact here, go get the Autochthon Wurm, remove the worm to gain 15, draw, Summoner's Pact. Okay, remove a Thrasta to gain 12. 11 cards left. Mox. Drum. Draw. Now we have 4 cards left. Okay, so let's play some of our riding dinosaur, elf, warrior cards, whatever you'd like to call them. I mean, elves deserve to be on the battlefield too, right? Like, they're riding a dinosaur. They want to see their friend ride into victory. Okay, so we've cast some riders here. We're going to hold priority, cast this shoal, pitch this, and then counter it. Green, green, Thrasta, Fortifying drop for 34. And get in there. Wow. All right. So we've taken game number 1. We now have to get a post-board game. So we definitely want these pact negations. Board out the early harvests. And I think we want the Beseiju. I'm going to try boarding out 1 copy of Thrasta for a Wilt. And let's submit this. Honestly, I might have to bag this deck in paper. I really, really like it. So not that any of you care, but I guess I'll share this tidbit for you. Every morning for the last few weeks, I've been waking up at 7 in the morning to ride my road bike. I cycle indoors, but it's a road bike. And I've been watching Jurassic Park this last week. So I cycled for about 50 minutes to an hour, and then I stopped Jurassic Park wherever I'm at. So the first movie took me 2.5 sessions. I finished the second movie today after 2.5 sessions. And I'll be honest, I forgot how bad the second movie is. Like, it's by far the Jurassic Park movie that I've seen the least. Like, I've watched 1 a lot in my life, and then I've watched 3 a lot. And I've watched 3 a lot because as a kid in high school, 3 was always on the channel FX in high school. Like, you could just turn that channel on, and Jurassic Park 3 would be playing. So I've watched that movie just like so many times, and I'm probably going to start it tomorrow because I finished 2 today. But it's just like wild watching like this like digital T-Rex destroying San Diego while I cycled this morning. And that was my actual inspiration for me wanting to play this deck today, because I was just like, yeah, this is Thrasta just stomping San Diego. So you have Jurassic Park 2 to thank for this video. And if you hate this video, you can blame it on Jurassic Park 2. I don't really care, because if you're still watching, you're hate watching, and that's still good for me. So thanks. All right, time for game number 2. We've opened up Summoner's Pact, Rider. The only thing we're missing is a Neoform. I think I'm going to keep this. Reveal the Chancellor just in case. Flooded Strand. Neoform off the top rope. Let's see it. Draw. Sort of like a Neoform. I'll take it. I mean, I can't... actually, I could go off this turn. I could Summoner's Pact, offer you can't refuse, and just peanut butter and jam. Should I? Kind of want to. Alright, if they get me, they get me. Okay. We're going for the turn 1. Rider, pitch these. Turn 1 evolution thanks to an offer you can't refuse. Resolve. Oh my, it resolved. Draw 7. Alright, we're not out of it yet. We have to hit here, but wow. Draw 7. We had a shoal, okay. Play the drum. Whoops, don't want to cast the Summoner's Pact yet. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I want to. I think I just want to pitch the Thrasta. Interesting, they're going after the shoal here. Oh, there's wanted to tap out. That's fine. Draw 7. Play the Mox. Okay, let's draw 7. All right, we have Fortifying Drought and the Thrasta. I believe we can win from here. Let's play the Rider. Pitch these. Rider. Pitch these. We have an offer. We're going to cast the Summoner's Pact. Then we'll offer it. Okay. And now let's tap this for a green mana. play the Throsta, and then Fortifying Drought. Oh my, the fetch is actually lethal. Oh no, never mind. I must have missed. Oh, it's because it gains 2. My bad. It said 12, and I was like, oh my god, I can only deal 19. But I forgot about the gain 2 on Fortifying Drought. Okay, we are 4-0, 1 round left to go. Are we going to trophy with Neoform? How nuts would that be? This deck's good. And as you just saw, an offer you can't refuse just opened up more possibilities. This deck could be the real deal. Stick around. If you're looking for more great Magic the Gathering content, definitely check out the Eternal Glory podcast. It is myself, Bryant Cook, alongside Brian Koval and Phil Gallagher. We primarily discuss Legacy. That said, a lot of what we talk about transcends all formats. We're available on all major podcast platforms. Welcome to the 5th and final round. We're on the draw. We've opened up a hand that has the Evolution. We have access to the Rider. And then we have Abundant Harvest to go get lands. The downside here is we've already opened up 1 Griselbrand. I think we just have to take the chance that we're not going to draw the second. Okay. Steam Vents. They're passing the turn. Draw. Right on time, Chancellor. Alright, we'll say land with this Abundant Harvest. Lagging a little bit here. Land. 15 cards revealed. So we've shown them the goods. We've shown them what we're up to. And they're just passing. We hit land 3. I wonder if I should harvest and say non-land, trying to draw into a counterspell. We haven't seen any of the counterspells yet. And I hit the or the Rider, I mean. I think we just pass. Manamorphose. Are you on Gift Storm? They might be on Gift Storm. They are, in fact, on Gift Storm. Alright, so their deck, if they're like a recent build, has 4 Remand in it. Draw. I don't know how much longer I can wait, though. Pact of Negation. Summoner's Pact. I'm going to sacrifice, or remove the Chancellor and 1 Summoner's Pact. And let's try to resolve the Evolution. If they remand it, it sucks, but I can always go get another Rider. And they do have the remand. Okay. Am I dead? We did give them till turn 4. Manamorphose. All I need to do is draw a green card and I can try again on my turn. 2 mana floating in their mana pool. Pyretic Ritual. Desperate Ritual. Otawara. Cast in Flames. Alright, so they're trying to get lucky off of Manamorphose here. Ritual, okay. Manamorphose again, you got it. This will leave them with 4 in pool. Serum Visions, 3 mana. Bragavan, what? Sure. And they had a Nourishing Shoal. That's actually kind of annoying. Okay. And it's my green card. And I didn't draw another. I'm just going to pass the turn here. Fiery Islet. They're pretty close to being able to flash back the Past in Flames. It's a brawl. So we know that they have Ragavan and 2 unknowns in hand. They're casting the Ragavan with Dash. 2 cards left in hand. Ragavan hits. They hit an Evolution. I mean, I just want a green card to pitch. Come on. That works too. Okay, so we're going to attempt to cast this evolution for a second time. That felt like an F6. Alright, Griselbrand has entered the battlefield. Draw 7. So we can pass while holding up an offer you can't refuse. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I could play up the drum here, but it feels a little bit dicey. What are they thinking about? They have Ragavan. Is their last card Gifts? Why wouldn't they have just played Gifts last turn? Discard the Griselbrand. Alright, so they have 4 cards. One of them is a Ragavan. And it was Gifts and Given. So if I counter this, they can just flashback the Piff. So Piff will cost 4 to flashback. So they would tap these. Actually, it might be correct to counter the Gifts. So if I counter this, they pay for Ritual, Gifts, and Given. Leaves them with a single red floating. Oh, plus the 2 treasures. I think I'm dead. Alright, I'm gonna play to them messing up. I think that's my only out here. I believe I choose the 2 that go to the graveyard. So we're going to put Remand Manamorphose to the graveyard. And now they have double Ritual. And I'm going to attempt to offer that. They have Ragavan and 1 unknown in hand. Okay. What is the 1 unknown? They had a Fiery Islet they could have used. So it's just Wish and a Grape Shot. So their last card was perfect. That'll do, Pig. Alright, so we lost game number 1 versus Gift Storm. I think I probably respected them a little bit too much in the early game, thinking that they were blue-red tempo. Not sure. So I think we probably want these Endurance. I'm not sure if we want Leyline. It does stop Gifts and Given. It also stops Grape Shot. I'm somewhat interested in Pact. Definitely don't want the Abundant Harvest. Can shave a Thrasta. That brings us to 61. I think I'm going to try to go down to 3... Offer you can't refuse. Let's try this. Okay. You have to do better. We're playing for a trophy here. So we've opened up 5 Neoform effects. We're gonna mulligan this. This is a turn 2. Keep and bottom the Pact? Okay. We're just going to play a turn 1 turn Timber. I mean, this hand's not bad, but if our opponent has like a fluster, we're done. Alright, so turn 1 turn Timber Symbiosis, pass the turn. Like I mentioned, if our opponent has a fluster, we're just dead in the water. But we do have a hand that gets underneath Remand. Ragavan. Okay, so we just have the Neoform. Player land. We're going to play Rider. And this is a tough one. Do you pitch the Shoal or the Autochthon? And I think you pitch the Autochthon Wurm. Neoform. Bristle. Draw 7. Draw 7. Play the Mox. Drum. Alright, I'm going to live a little bit dangerously here. I'm going to Summoner's Pact for Thrasta. And then we're going to exile the Thrasta to gain 12. Alright, draw. Okay, draw again. We're at 4. We have not... Oh, no, we have had an offer. Okay, I think we have it from here. What's packed? Go get the Throsta. Shoal pitching Chancellor. Draw. Play Mox Amber. Tap it. We had another shoal, so we can gain a little bit more life. Draw. Down to 4. Shoal again, pitching this. So we're going to go down to 1 card in deck. And it looks like that 1 card is the second Springleaf Drum. That was the only card I was trying to hit. I guess I could have looked to cast another pact at some point. It doesn't matter. I don't need it. It's just like it would have been a nice to have. All right, so we're going to cast this pact holding priority. Use an offer you can't refuse. Okay. Pact again. Offer you can't refuse. And now we cast the Throsta. And a Fortifying Drought. Only a 42/42, no big deal. Get in there. Which mythic from Modern Horizons 2 is more powerful? Judging by this board state, I think the answer is pretty obvious. Just throwing that out there. All right, no blocks from the opponent, and we're going to be heading off to game number 3 in just a moment. So they don't know about our endurance. They also don't know that we have quad pact. I felt a little strained that game. Like, I felt I could have won sooner had I drawn into an offer, and it made me a little nervous about boarding out all the 4th copy. I think it's probably still correct, but I don't know. I'm still a little bit nervous about boarding out the 4th. I think it's fine. Alternatively, you could wear out the second Griselbrand, but you know how that is. I played that one league where I only had 1, and it really bit me in the butt. Granted, that league was months ago. This is it. We win this game, we get a trophy. Trophy with Neoform would be pretty sweet. Okay. So we have a hand where we have Neoform, we have the Rider, we have a land. We do need a second land, and it needs to make blue. But I don't think we're allowed to ship this. Spirebluff Canal, they're passing. Right on time, Chancellor, right on time. All right, past the turn, we're looking to spike a blue source. Shivan Reef. They're giving me the window. Come on, deck, please. Blue source. Deck hates me. Yeah, just pass. Oh, we're dead. Manamorphose. Yep, we're dead. We missed our window. I don't think you were supposed to mulligan this hand. We had 2 hits. Rolled two chances it hits. Okay, that's a little odd. Maybe they don't actually have it. They didn't ritual first. They could have ritualed first. I feel like giving them islands a mistake. Alright, so they're passing the turn. Deck, I'm begging you, please give me an untapped blue source. Please. Nope. It does allow me to be able to go get endurance on queue, but that doesn't do anything here. Because I can't pay for pact. Clearly what we need is a, what is it called? A wild Cantor. We just know that we're super dead now too. Like, we gave our opponent ritual Manamorphose. Alright, so our Mox Amber is finally resolved. And we're just going to pass the turn. I mean, I'm dead here. I don't know why they wouldn't go for it, but we just have to hope that for some reason they try to respect whatever's in my hand. And it doesn't look like that's the case. We are super dead. Feels bad. Like, I actually had 3 hits there to draw a blue source. We have 11 blue sources in our deck. Not sure about the math of that off the top of my head. Electromancer. I was actually wondering if they were playing Electromancer with the Brawls. Or not with the Brawls, with the Ragavans. Like, if they were playing Electromancer and Ragavan, like, how are they making room for all of that? Another Casting Wish. In theory, if we had Nourishing Shoal, we could also like try to Shoal to gain a bunch of life here. So our deck has, 1, it's faster. 2, we have Nourishing Shoal. 3, we have Endurance. We could have boarded in Leyline. I don't think that was the correct choice. But it's sort of a bummer because I feel like this matchup should be extremely favored. But I kind of just rolled lowly in this final game. I didn't draw any sideboard cards, so all these are main deck cards. Our opponent's playing this very cautiously. And another Past in Flames. We're just super dead. Alright, I'm gonna just concede here. Let's see if it'll let me draw my top card. You know that it's going to be the blue source. It's just how it works. So we went 4-1. Let's draw. Nope, okay. We never had it. So that we went 4-1. It's not bad. I honestly don't think I'd change a single thing about this deck list. I love to Offer You Can't Refuse over the Hermit. Much better card. Let me know what you think. I'm open to thoughts, suggestions, whatever. I do appreciate your feedback. Thank you for watching and have a great day. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. But also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.